What is up, realmers and pups, furries, fays, dragonkins, cryptids, mythical creatures, beings of consciousness, concepts of reality, gamers alike? How it be and how it do. So I picked up kind of where I left off. Pretty much I got a little more fame because I last ended off at 2,552. I have a difference of 7 fame. So once I 5-star, it's I'm gonna have to get like 7 more fame, just pretty much 15,007 fame, just to make up for that difference. I wanted to be right on the dot with it, but you know, it just it didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, because one of the round bosses that I took out pretty much gave me, get away from me, pretty much gave me more than what I wanted. So, and I was a little too close and I took it out to I was a little too close to 52, so you know. But yeah, this part I'm hoping to be at 3,000, at least 3,400. That's kind of what I want to do. But actually, damn, dude, they call it and they did. They're like, check this out, enters. They don't wait like at least 10 seconds. But yeah, so I even got to I figured out that I went on RotMG and I saw I had 3 dexterity left in order to max my dexterity. Everything else is maxed, so I'm just making sure to try to be as accurate with my picking up as possible. So it's kind of where I'm at right now. Looks like they're going to be doing Well of Souls. That's going to go down first, so maybe I should go back over there. Yeah, I'm gonna be over here. No, dude, it's crazy world we're living in right now. The quote-unquote government is trying to do anything that they can not to release these Epstein files, and it's like I think most of us already know why that is. But actually, no, not too many people know why that is, because people are just blaming, like, oh, it's the government. But it's like, it goes past the government, you know what I mean? Like, if you look at what 98% of our government is receiving funding from, and each person from our government has that funder's person, like literally a phone call away, you're like, huh, okay. Well, if someone that you have control over is no longer going to be in control, would you want that? You know what I mean? So it's crazy. And then you have these instances of where people are starting to notice. That's all I'll say. You can look up the Great Noticing and you'll understand what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's really interesting what's going on in the world right now, and you know, freaking finally people are starting to be like, oh, dude, no, man, Israel's a part of not a really good group of people. So it's like, it's kind of like one of those cry wolf situations where it's like, if you don't know, haven't heard that story, it's pretty much like there's this boy outside of a village or town, whatever you want to label it, and he keeps saying wolf, wolf, just to play a funny joke on all the residents of the town. They all show up with pitchforks to help him out, and there's no wolf, and he's like, haha, I got you. He does it again and again, and soon enough, you know, the townsfolk stop believing him, and they're like, yeah, no, you're full of shit. And so pretty much what's going on is people in the world right now are starting to kind of realize that, oh shit, you know, Israel is not in fact the victim here, which is like, I mean, from the very beginning, it's like, come on, dude, like, you're attacking a people that took you in as refugees, you know what I mean? But it's just one of those things of like, oh, there's Jimmy. Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. Dang, look at that. No, it's crazy though. Like when you start to kind of connect the dots, you're like, you're wondering like what sane person, what person with a soul is going to be like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna stay silent in a moment like this. When you're part of the fucking government, you have a say in what's going on, and you start to ask why, and you realize like, oh shit, roughly 98% of the U.S. government has a APAC person who's on the phone, and when they're gonna make a decision, they're like, I need to talk to my APAC person first. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. And then all these people who are speaking out about Israel are getting silenced, and there is no free speech. It's an illusion. We don't have free speech out here in the United States. So it's like, it's crazy because, you know, we're seeing the largest unraveling of a practically a psyop going on in the West, and it's like, oh shit, you know, the guy that quote unquote the guy that shot Charlie Kirk, everyone's focusing eyes on him. All the news media outlets are just talking about Tyler Robinson. But it's like you're telling me that the FBI, the guy who's in charge, the guy that's in charge of doing the investigation, right? This guy who has a Jewish wife, this guy who has already lobbied himself through his actions, pro-Israel, America second, as an American FBI agent. You're telling me this guy's gonna find who did it? Like, it's like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. And in the story that came out, they're like, oh, he jumped off the roof. Well, he shot Charlie Kirk, and he disassembled the weapon. He jumped off the roof, put the weapon in his bag, and, you know, he disassembled the Mauser from the rifle. And mind you, if you're a marksman, if you're a gun guy, gun girl, whatever, you're gonna know that a Mauser is very difficult to disassemble, and it takes time. And he literally went from the spot over to the fucking other side of the roof in like 2 seconds. It just doesn't make any sense. And then 14 minutes after Charlie Kirk was shot, here you are hearing the well, no one's really hearing about it, but people are posting about it. Pretty much, there was a private jet that took off, illegally turned off its ADS-B, which is its radar, which shows where it is to airspace, and it turned it off, and it didn't turn it back on until it was on its way back from who knows fucking where. And ooh. A little spooky. And then no one's talking about that. No one's talking about the fact that the picture, the original unedited AI edited picture of the quote-unquote perpetrator going up the staircase, right? If you have a picture of the guy, there's got to be videos of it, but that's not being released. There's no videos being released. There's none of that shit. And so it's like, you expect me to believe that, you know, in comparison to, you know, the guy that well, quote-unquote, the guy that shot Charlie Kirk, in comparison to the other guy, some 22-year-old dweeb, has the ability at more than a 30-degree angle to land a shot like what, 200 meters away, some shit like that, let alone in such a spot that coincidentally has been the area that other people who have spoke up or about to speak up against Israel, either or has to speak up against Israel, have been shot in the same fucking way. And you're telling me this guy was able to land that shot? An untrained marksman obviously would go for the head, they go for the face. Why was he shot in the neck? That's a statement, if you ask me. That's a huge fucking statement. Because Charlie Kirk used to be very, very pro-Israel. You know, but then when he quite literally, like 2 days before he went to the campus, he was talking to Ben Shapiro, and he was like, you gotta wonder if Jews control the media. And now all of a sudden, Ben Shapiro's like, I'm gonna take over Charlie Kirk's whole platform. I'm gonna pick up the blood-stained microphone. Right. You know, it's like even Ben Shapiro's mom, and there's footage out there of Ben Shapiro's mom talking about how people who are being paid, that there's people out there being paid, and she's a hardcore Jewish, by the way. She's very pro-Israel. She's talking about how there's people out there getting paid to make Israel look good, you know, and if they're getting paid for that, and if they don't, they're gonna pay. It's crazy, you know. It's like, and then you have people like Rabbi Shmuley, who are like, oh my God, pray for my friend, my dear friend. I'm gonna make a GoFundMe for myself so everyone can protect me. Right. You know, it's like you can only do stereotypical shit for so long before other people who are trying to deny it, who are trying to convince themselves, oh, that's not how those people are, before they start to be like, oh shit, no wonder why those stereotypes are a thing. I mean, when you think about it, Kennedy opposed the Israeli nuclear program, and he was killed. He was shot by the guy in the front seat of his fucking car. That's what people don't, well, a lot of people are starting to figure out now, but he was shot in the front seat by the guy who was sitting in the front seat of his car. The guy turned around and did the final shot. Boom. He got hit by a sniper, and then the guy turned around and he dealt the killing blow. And then who came into office then? And then what did he start to approve? All this Israeli shit. So when you start to question, you start to be like, oh damn. You know, we're like, let's look into the Nazis. Let's start questioning, like, okay, is what we were taught as American citizens in high school true or not? Because when you look at who owns McGraw-Hill, those books, you'll start to be like, oh shit, wait a minute. Because we were taught that the Nazis tried to eradicate all Jews. But then when you actually are like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to these fucking these speeches that Hitler did. I'm gonna listen to these speeches and I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on. You start to realize it's like, oh shit. He wanted the expulsion. Have them move away. And then you're like, okay, hold on. Then okay, we got to look at the concentration camps here. So you look at you look at these images, and first you're flooded with like a whole bunch of like, you know, sick, starved, like kids, adults, stuff like that. But then you happen to come across this like collective of images where like there's people playing tennis, going swimming, having workout equipment. And it's like, oh. And then you like try to like source, you know, like, or cite where that came from. And it's just like, it's this whole fucking thing. But like right now, the government's trying to like threaten to sue any governing official who speaks up about the Epstein files. But like there's 2 people right now in Congress who are like, we will gladly go to jail just to read this read the list and read all these files, you know, let the public know. But then because of this, the government was like, we're gonna make our own list and you're gonna read that list. And so it's this whole thing. So, you know, you start to question a lot of that. You start to really question like, who's running our government? Because it's just like the traditional American values are not being upheld. And then, you know, like the more you go down the rabbit hole, the more you start to learn like who really is our enemy, man. Like who really is trying to break us down from the inside. I mean, dude, don't even get me started on fucking 9/11. Bunch of Jewish art students going into the towers with B-88 thermite explosives. Looking up dancing Israelis, like... It's a crazy, sick world that we live in right now in this moment. Very crazy world we live Look at who owns all the media, who owns all the porn sites. Who are you not able to speak up against? That's how you know who you're being ruled by. And that's been a old proverb, like, yeah, an old proverb, an old saying for so long now. It's been common sense for hundreds of years. Whoever you're not allowed to speak up against, about, you know, and it's like you've got to wonder who's silencing all these people. And then, like, man, dude, I saw Sam Hyde just released a video about the whole Charlie Kirk incident and stuff, and I have yet to watch it, but I'm just wondering how that's gonna be, because if he's trying to say, like, or talk about something serious or important, like, he's already developed somewhat of a character that people are inherently not going to take him seriously from the get-go. But I mean, what he says isn't like stupid and dumb. It's just one of those things where like Filthy Frank, you know, when he started Joji. You know, when he started, you know, trying to pursue music, a lot of people were like, "Where's Pink Guy? Where's Pink Guy?" You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about in terms of Sam Hyde and trying to get an important message across. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna go through a pivotal moment. We're either going to see the fall of Western civilization, or we're gonna see the rise. That's my honest, like, true honest opinion after everything I've looked into and researched. Yeah, it's scary stuff, man. We're gonna see a lot, for sure. We're gonna see a lot of politicians die because with the release of the Epstein files and them talking about it publicly, and then they're trying to make their own list going on and everything. Like, a lot of politicians are gonna fall because apparently there's what you call a voice contract that you have whenever you're doing, or like partnering up with certain persons, I'll just say. And if you break that voice contract, well, you might get shot in the neck. Alright, let's not get cornered. Not to mention that Charlie Kirk was supposed to debate someone who was pro-Israel within 3 days after that. All that happening. It's crazy, man. You just gotta remember you have a voice. You have a say. You look out what's happening in Nepal. Like Nepal, a bunch of Gen Z people, overthrew the government without any guns. Within what, like 2 days? It's wild. Whole lot of crazy stuff going on. Whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. Okay, I'm gonna back up here. Those little balls, they don't hurt too bad, but they do pack a punch. Oh, whoops! I forgot. I still need to max this out. Here comes the tornado. Oh, don't. Crazy, the great noticing. Ooh. Jimmy, dude, such a goat. Such an epic roamer, dude. Straight up. Talking in an Oryx 3. I know if I try right now, I might get. Okay, there we go. A lot stronger than me. Shoot, I can't, in that phase when all those things are circling, I can't. Ooh. Oh. Oh god, here we go, Celestial. Nice. Ooh. Come on, come on. Pet stasis stuff, scary. Cause I'm like, that's my means of healing. Ooh. I can't even get close on these phases. It's the smaller circles that are the... Okay, now we're... Oh! Alright, let's try to take this out. No way. Oh, nice. Okay, don't hit, don't hit, don't hit. Ouch. I'll just take 400 damage. Oh, yeah. Whew. Good stuff. All right. Whoa. Astral Arcanist. What? Interesting. Look at that. Very nice. Ooh, you know what I could do? I can go with like a... I don't know, should I? Like a dark and a light? Yeah, let's do it. I'm hella close too. Alright, let's see. What did I get from the, from these chests? Because I got... Oh, whoops. Hold up. I need to go to my missions. Okay, so let's finish out life. And then I will... I get the Moonlit chest every time now. I used to go for the Shatters one, but I'm like, wait, hold up. I have a better chance of completing Shatters, like personally have a better chance of completing Shatters than I do Moonlight Village. Okay, sick. I only need 1 dexterity and I'm there, son. Oof. Right, come on, something good, please. Legendary tier 5, alright. Alright. Okay. I guess I'll take that. Let's see, do I have any of these? 10. Okay, I thought that was a an orcs thing. It was gonna give me orc shards. Oh well. You know what? This is. I feel like this is a pretty decent part. I think it was packed. Let me try to get this here XP bonus. So pretty much, I'll show you all my other gear as well, so you can see what I have on them. The only thing I don't have XP bonus on is my chest plate, which yeah, I didn't get it there. Any orange or purple? No? Okay. Yeah, so this is what I'm working with. I'm working with XP bonus 3, XP bonus 1, nothing, and XP bonus 3. So I'm currently at 47% XP bonus. And oh, would you look at that? I got just about my goal. Just about my goal for this part. So yeah, with that being said and done, thank you all so much for supporting this series up to this point. I really do appreciate it. Um, you know, I should clarify, after everything that I said, I am not suicidal. I have plenty to live for. I have beings of consciousness who need me to be here to help them live. Um, I am not a Nazi, okay? Don't get me wrong, I'm not a Nazi. I just am a individualistic thinker, and you know, I question for myself. I look into things for myself. I don't believe everything that I'm told. I make sure that if I'm being told something, I ask a profuse amount of questions in regards to that thing I'm being asked or told. I'm sorry, in regards to what I'm being told. Um, and I think it's pretty clear at this point that from what the evidence shows, um, the government out here in the United States is being controlled by a foreign party with foreign interest. So, just stay safe out there. Do what I'm doing. Be cautious when you're out in public. Be cautious what you post online. Um, it's all being tracked. Palantir. Look into who owns that and who's making that and when it was funded, when it was founded, and you'll start to actually ask questions more so about what you've posted online. You'll start to be more cautious, and it's we're going into a pretty tribulous time. So, what I will say though, and I will clarify, is there are two different types of Jews. There are Jewish people, and there are Zionist Jews. Jewish people don't agree with what Zionist Jews see as, or just see in general, think in general, act in general. So, you know, just keep that in mind, and we'll just go from here. By the time this video is uploaded, I'm pretty sure the whole Epstein stuff uh, will have some form of action taken upon it, but just question it because they're saying, oh, they're gonna make their list. It's like the government is gonna make their list and have it read out. Okay, so now you can confirm that individuals are being hidden from that list. It's being altered. So, just be wary. Watch your children. Public schools now, even private school, public and private schools, homeschool excluded. Um, if you're there's a new bill that was just passed where pretty much anyone can come in and take your child from school campus. So you need to be very wary, be very cautious. They're starting to now. I'm not anti-Israel, but you do have to be aware that in the United States, the American flag is what has been up to represent who we are as a nation. There's there's hundreds of flags out there, and we don't don a single other one. But now, um, in the state of California, at least from what I saw, they're starting to raise Israel's flag alongside the United States flag, which, I mean, if you ask me, that's a genocide going on. I mean, all the points lead to that, and the proof shows. And, you know, Iran is valid in striking back. But whatever you do, don't look up Greater Israel. And then whatever you do, especially don't keep an eye on who's becoming the next targets after Palestine is cleared and ethnically cleansed for Israel to take over. And it's funny because the United States is saying like, "Oh yeah, we'll definitely buy land out there and everything." You think Israel's going to go through all this fucking corrupt ass shit, war crimes and everything, and they're going to split the proceeds with you? You think they're not going to stab you in the fucking back too? You know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, I don't know. Just be careful out there. Genuinely be careful. Be aware. Be mindful. Um, and understand that um, if you're being told something by a news outlet, look into who owns it. Okay, and look into all the faculty and staff and what their relation or their religious affiliation is. Okay, and then tell me that I'm crazy and I'm tripping. So, alrighty, thank you all so much. I'll see you in the next part when we get there. If you smoke cigarettes, quit smoking cigarettes. If it's been a while, go drink some water. Getting some fresh outside plant oxygen air is wonderful for you. I highly recommend it. And more and most importantly, be safe, be respectful, and take care of yourselves in a healthy and responsible way so you can game yet another day. Alrighty, I'll see you all in the next part, during the next part, at the time of which is the next part, once we get to the next part, in the event of which is the next part. So until the next part, I'll see you then and there at the next part. Alrighty, bye-bye for now. Until next time. And no, I'm not suicidal, okay? I'm not. Yes, I went to an institution or two, but it wasn't for suicidal tendencies. Yeah, it'll be marked as that, but I went because that's the only way I would be able to be seen in a timely manner that wasn't 4 to 6 months ahead of time, like later down the road, in order for me to see and talk to someone professional and get medicated, which I don't take any medications at this point. I learned I just needed to talk to someone, but you know, that's the thing is I'm not suicidal, okay? To be a little transparent here, um, there is a life form under my wing who needs me to be here to live, and that is more important to me than anything else. So, alrighty, well, see you all in the next part when we get there. Be safe, love yourselves, ask questions, ask who is telling you this information, and yeah, be healthy. Alrighty, see you in the next part.